Hi everyone and welcome. Today I'm going to be installing a Decat system on this 2018 Kawasaki z1000SX. It's a pretty straightforward operation. It involves removing the catalytic converter, this unit, by cutting away a pipe section right over here so that I don't have to replace the entire piping, but I can actually keep the stock headers on, which still look fine, and then cut this section, place that section, and then have the exhaust system like it should be. The sound, of course, will greatly increase, which is quite nice, but also the heat from this catalytic converter will be gone. This one collects an incredible amount of heat, and I have had many rides where even an hour or so afterwards this thing is still piping hot, so I'm glad to get rid of that without having to replace everything. Now in a second I'll show you guys what it sounds like before and of course after the installation. I'm gonna be sounding it without the mufflers on. The mufflers are open piped anyway already, so it's almost no difference than if I would have the pipes on or with this. So yeah, and then of course afterwards I will show you guys what it sounds like with the exhaust, and also make a little riding video. The installation itself is pretty straightforward. I think I'm gonna have to lower the exhaust a little bit, so I do have to disconnect the exhaust headers there. So I got some bolts and stuff over there to do it. It's pretty easy. You just loosen it so that you have some play and the exhaust can come down. And then I'm going to use this small fine Dremel to cut the pipe. You can also use a bigger saw for that, or the electric versions, but it's going to create a lot of sparks, so if you keep it small with a small Dremel blade, it should work absolutely fine. So let's check out how it sounds. Okay, so I've got the bolt loose. I'm just gonna let it in there because this thing does weigh about 5.5 kilos. So I don't want to have it all the weight hanging on the pipes. So first, I'm gonna now disconnect the headers over there and then lower the whole thing and cut it while it's below it. Okay, so as you can see, it was super easy. In the span of 5 minutes, I got all the bolts removed for the headers. I don't remove any of the fairings. It's not in the way, so it makes it a whole lot easier. I don't have to remove the sensor. I can literally just cut it here. It needs to be about 35 centimeters from this welding joint. So I'm gonna cut it here, remove the catalytic converter, and install my Decat system. So I was hoping the Dremel would be able to do the job, but it doesn't, so I gotta get in the heavy weaponry. Okay, so as you can see, I got the old catalytic converter cut. I just slid this one on, and now it's just a question of bolting back the main manifold and then mounting everything in place, making sure it's all in the right position. So there we go, solid 30 minutes later, and the Decat system is in place, looking super clean, real shiny. I bolted everything up. I'm now going to clean up the fenders. I'm going to place the exhausts and test it out.